All right, let's talk about an important part of the sales process. And you know, a lot of new agents or advisors, when they come in, they struggle with this part. And I think it's because they've never really been taught how to use closing properly. You know, and when you look at closing or you break down the sales process, closing is a tool. It's a part of the sales process. And like any other tool, if you know how to use it properly, it can have tremendous results. They're designed to make your life easy. So, you know, there's an acronym in sales called the ABCs of sales, which basically says always be closing. I mean, the words certainly make sense, but how do we apply that? How does it work? So what I've done is I've made this little kind of timeline here, if you will, and I look at this as the sales process. You know, I have the very beginning of the sales process. I'm sitting with the merchant. I'm talking to them. And then what I want to do is I want to bring this merchant from here, to the end result. I want him to sign up. I want him to do business with me. That's a big load. That's a lot to move in one close. Can't move all that. You know, so I look at it as, how do I move this with several little closes or tie downs, if you will? And when do I use them? This is the most important thing to remember, is that when you're going through the sales process, you're touching base on a handful of different concepts. And a common mistake with new salespeople especially is that they want to go and explain all the concepts to the merchant and then try to get a big close in the end. Let's mix it up a little bit. What's really important is if I'm here, I need to hit the first concept and I need to seek an agreement right here. I might say, if I could, would you? Or let me ask you, I'm sure it'd be a lot more beneficial for you if this happened, correct? Or wouldn't you agree? Or does that make sense for you? Yes. And if I get an unequivocal yes, then I can move on to the next concept. So I'm going to go to the next concept and I'm going to repeat the process. I'm going to seek agreement. I need to get an agreement on every concept along the way through the sales process. Yes, 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 yes. And you've heard other people say, try to get at least 7 yeses throughout the sales process. I think try to get a yes on every concept. Because anywhere along the way, if I'm here, if I'm right here and I can't get the merchant to agree with me right here, then I need to have some more dialogue about this concept. Because unless they agree about this concept, I can't go on to the next one. So always seek agreement on each concept throughout the sales process. And then what happens is the merchant feels like they've made the decision to move forward with you. Not that they were sold into it. They consciously feel, or subconsciously I guess, they feel that they've made the decision and they've been programmed to say yes, 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 yes along the way and agreeing on all the issues. So the last issue, of course they're going to agree on, because everything up to this point said yes. We should be doing business together. So remember, always be closing. Seek agreement on key issues or seek agreement on key concepts throughout the sales process and make your life a lot easier.